Hi folks, just a quick video. We're going down a slightly different path into the same area, so that's cool. Okay, right, there's a few things, not a lot to talk about, but there are a few subjects that I could add at the end that have been on my mind, so I could add those. Yeah, this morning when I got up, something came into my mind which was quite disturbing. Quite annoying as well. This is the path I'm normally going, so I'll just come down to this bit here. What came into my mind is, all that other stuff that I was hoping for and believing in and having faith in and standing in, all that stuff is gone as well. But because there was no wifey on the 26th, all that other stuff would be gone as well. And I'm like, excuse me? Well, if that's the case, and that is the case, obviously, nothing I can do about it. But then I started to pray about it, think about it, spend time with God about it, and realise no, that just isn't the case. That probably is just my mind being the nasty little bitch it can be sometimes. Remembering that during the latter stages of that 8 months, I believed it was not likely that any of that stuff would happen before wifey, simply because it's quite likely that God wanted to bless us both in the same way at the same time, rather than basically as her sort of joining me, but me being then way higher than her spiritually. That would seem to be maybe not nice. So maybe got to do both at the same time. That was what that was about, and it's like, nope, okay, that is not the case, thankfully. Then later on, I was in a situation just speaking to God about things, about that as well. That's when I come to the understanding really about that stuff. But what they come into my mind is, will I stand on the same thing again? If God asked me to stand on it again, will I stand on it again? Really? You can't be bloody serious. Are you kidding me? You want me to stand on the same thing again? Would I? Bloody hell. If I was a sucker for punishment. Well, if it was a serious question, would I? Oh. I suppose so. I suppose I'd have to, really, wouldn't I? Well, because I stood for 8 months, and what I was standing for didn't happen. It meant the world to me, but it didn't happen, and I'm still here. I'm actually pretty okay. So therefore, will I stand again? Well, actually, something then came to mind about what I didn't share the other day. I have shared previously. I mean, probably towards the beginning of October 2021, I shared that a few things happened. And these few things that happened really did help me to believe and help me to stand. Because certain people have said to me in the past, how could you believe that? And how could you stand on this for this amount of time? Since I was very young, I'd say certainly way before I was a teenager, I've been struggling with two things, and these two things have been a major problem in my life, going forwards, and that was depression and lust. Because when I was 7, a 15-year-old girl tried to get me to have sex with her, so therefore that lust came in then. And so these things have been a major fucking pain in the arse, I've lost so many battles over them. But at that point in time, walking in that understanding of love for this woman, both of them just went. There was no struggle, there was nothing pushing them out, they just went. Like the wind just blew them away. Someone with a dog. 1 second, I'll pause it. Well, as I say, put it this way, when you think about it in the point of view of a sign to say that what you're in is right, bloody hell. There couldn't have been what other bigger sign could there have been, really? That the two things that I've been fighting and struggling with, since childhood, were just gone. They just went. Come on. As I say, that the whole idea that, I was trying to do that to sort of be a pain in the ass to her or her husband, or, to try and cause a problem in their life. No. That's ridiculous. But as I say, that's how I could stand in. Could I stand on the same thing now? After all of that? Oh. To be honest, I said to Father, that's going to be difficult, really difficult. I said, you're going to have to really say something that's going to get me to stand. Because, it is not a situation that I would find easy to stand on again, based on, I wouldn't be expecting the same stuff, would I? No. Would I be expecting for those two things to go, or for other big things to go, or for things that I've been waiting for to just happen? No. I wasn't expecting for anything at the time that it did happen. So would I be expecting for anything this time? No. But knowing what I know, that I stood and it didn't happen, okay. Certainly, would I be walking in the same way as I did then, in the same degree of faith, the same degree of hope and that sort of stuff? No chance at all. No, how? When really thinking about it, could I stand on it again? No. Not really, no. I can't see it. Well, today, certainly I can't see it. No, it's only 2 days ago that it didn't happen, so could I stand on it again this soon? No. I can't answer for the future. But, I've got no problem standing again, even standing on something that looks impossible, but, The same thing again? No. I don't think that is likely in any way, shape or form. I can't see it. I just cannot see that as being within the realm of possibility. And to be honest, I don't want it. No, I don't. And I can't go into details about it. I can simply say that I understand that the way things have been is the way God has wanted things to be. The way that this person has dealt with things is the way that God wanted her to deal with things. But when I look at it now, no, I look at it with different eyes now, and I don't like what I see. Now, that's okay. As I say, I do understand that God wanted her to do things as she's done things, so therefore, but that doesn't stop me from thinking I don't like. And I know that that's not fair, really, but it is what it is. So but generally speaking, I'm okay. I certainly am okay with the idea of standing again, absolutely and totally. I've got no problem with that at all. Delighted with the idea, even that stand, the fact it didn't work, I'm delighted with it, absolutely delighted with it. It worked in so many other ways. It didn't work in that way. I didn't end up having beginning that incredible relationship that I could see, but so many other things did happen during that time. And so, Yeah, and I think because I was standing. I don't think that would have happened had I not have been standing. Had I not have decided to stand on that. So it's like, yeah, I don't regret it in any way, shape or form. I am actually delighted that it happened. But, I'm not delighted if it caused harm to anyone else. I'm not delighted necessarily with the final result. Although, I don't know. Well, because, I asked Bianca about her story with her and Rob. And I didn't know the story. I've known Rob for years, and we've spoken about many things, but not that. So, I knew before they got together that he was looking at another woman. And this is where their story basically began. Because she met him, and she said that from the moment she met him, she knew that she would marry him immediately, no problem at all. She knew that he was the one for her. But he had eyes on another woman. He thought this other woman was going to be his wife. And it wasn't until about a year later that he realised that no, that wasn't going to happen. And then a bit later that he and Bianca then started spending more time together, and realising that actually they were supposed to be together. So, I was like, okay. Don't know where that man came from. There's somebody behind me. I don't think I've been walking that slowly, have I? I'll wait around here for a second. I'll let him go. Yeah. No, basically, I'm like, okay. Yeah, maybe that's the situation then. Maybe that's the point with me. Maybe I was looking at someone who wasn't supposed to be, but the person who's supposed to be would be coming along. Maybe that's the point. And, again, maybe I was supposed to look at and imagine an incredible relationship. But I was looking at it possibly with the wrong person. And if that's the case, then okay, cool. Yeah. Now, will I stand on that? If God told me to, yes. Yeah. Of course I would. If God said, well, actually, that was just a pre-runner for the person you were supposed to be with, and you're going to have that sort of relationship with them and so much more, will you stand on that? Yep, no problem. I'm in there. I'm in it completely. No worries at all. Yeah. But even if the Lord appeared to me and said, no, you were standing on the right thing, this woman's still going to be your wife, will you stand on that? I'd be like, no, I don't want that. No. I don't. Well, look, I mean, I said go back to, the videos I did earlier, a lot earlier, late September, early October. I said about this lady I think she has incredible potential. Now, and I think to a certain degree I was looking at her based upon her potential rather than who she is right now. And it's like am I going to reach my potential? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to reach mine. So how can I say whether anyone else is going to reach theirs? I hope she reaches hers. I really do. I hope she reaches hers because, I hope everyone who has an incredible potential will reach their potential. And of course I still care for this woman, so you don't stop caring. But I mean, I see that as a mistake. I don't see it as a mistake. I see it as the individual was not supposed to be. Simple as that. The individual was not supposed to be. And so therefore move on. Now that individual is not supposed to be. And is not supposed to be in the future as well. So therefore I hope it's going to be someone that I've not met yet. But again, one thing I'm incredibly grateful of that 8 months for is because of the fact that I was focusing more on character than on the things I used to focus on when I was younger. But simply to the point of saying, I appreciate my time in that 8 months, because I learned to see things differently with regards to that. And I like that. So that's cool. Well, I mean, I'm learning to see. Well, put it this way, does that help with other things? It helps not to lust and stuff like that, because you're seeing people in a different manner. You're looking at people with regards to more of their character, more how God sees them, rather than how the world sees them. Because, as I say, that was an issue for me. Now, did all that stuff come back, depression and lust? Yeah, it did, Around about the 24th of October. Just after that. There you go. But that's going to get dealt with. It's all going to get dealt with, and it's going to go again the same way as it went before. But as I said, I simply pointed that out to say that was a very, very powerful reason for me to believe that what I was in was of God. That was massive. So that was a sign to say that I should be standing in this, because this wasn't anything normal. This was big. So it's like, okay. So, well, one other thing that therefore I was going to talk about is, which I've already spoken about before, but I suppose it's relevant to what I was just saying. That, if there are people that don't like you, that's okay. That is okay. I've talked about relationships and about bad relationships and how we need God to help us to walk away from bad relationships. So therefore, do we need to like everybody? No. Is everyone going to like us? No. Does it matter? Not at all. Not in any way, shape or form. I mean, put it this way, for me, I think people would know already that I dislike, I wouldn't strongly say this, but I sort of have an automatic dislike for anyone when I know that they've gone to Bible college and they've been trained in that way to, prepare, practice, produce and sell, perfect and sell a message. I just like everything about that. There's nothing about that I like, and if they've gone there to do that, then I just like that about them immediately. That's, as I say, I don't think I've been that quiet about that. And as I say, does it matter? No. The people that do that, are they going to mind that I don't like that? Not really. They're going to keep doing it, aren't they? Clearly, because they have. So therefore, it won't make a difference to them in any way, shape or form. One other thing that was on my mind to share today was about, I think I probably shared this before anyway, was about basically be below youth ministry. So when they basically take tiny kids to the and talk about God to them, no, don't do it. No, it doesn't. It's not supposed to be. Let kiddies be kiddies. Let them play. Let them play. That's what they want to do. They want to run around and play. They want to draw on the walls and whatever they want to do. Let them do that. That's in their nature. That's what they want to do. That's who they are at that stage. You're not going to actually give them an understanding at that age where they're going to give their life to God. It's just not going to happen. Not at that age. Not at that stage. It won't happen. It won't work. So therefore, if that won't happen, stop trying to push that. I'm going back this way. Might as well. There's another one with dog there. So yeah, I'll go this way. Well, put it this way. If you're honest with the kids, if you're saying, okay, let's say it from a churchy point of view, shall we? Yeah, Jesus died for you. Excuse me, kids say, excuse me, what, he died? How did he die? Oh, they arrested him. Did he do bad things? Nope. He was good. Then why did they arrest him? Try answering that one. Then they laughed at him. They put a crown of thorns on his head. They beat him. They beat him to the point that he was basically dead. Yeah, imagine the children now, when you're telling this. Then you tell them that they nailed him to a cross. And even while he was hanging there, they still ridiculed him. And they did that because of your sin. That's what they do in America, you see. This is how this started with young, incredibly young children, where they would get them in America and they would take them, if they were slightly naughty kids, and they would tell them that they were sinners, and they would do all this with them and scare the absolute crap out of them, make them think that they would go to hell as little kids. No, none of that is of God. None of it is. And when they get older, to about 12, 13, 14, that sort of age, where they're able to actually reason and stuff like that, then, if they want to know that, then share that with them. Too right. But up until that age, it really is a job of the parents to do that. Really is. Parents need to spend time with their own kids, and they need to bring that to their kids. They need to speak to their kids about God themselves, about their understanding of God and about their relationship with God. That's up to parents to do that with their little children. If they want to pray with their kids, they can do that. They've got to basically raise their kids based upon how God is telling them to. But with regards to church doing that, no. It's not of God, not in any way, shape or form. If you can't bring the truth to them, then they're too young to receive it. So don't. You know, it's just simple, isn't it, really? When you really think about it, it just makes sense not to do that. But when you look at the way the church is doing things, you know, well, it's like, you know, to be honest, I've spoken about conduct and stuff like that. Do I really expect churchy people to take notice of anything I say? No, not in any way, shape or form. Why would I? It goes against the teaching that they're hearing on a weekly basis, doesn't it? I don't teach the stuff that they hear in church. That churchy stuff, that comfortable stuff. I'm not interested in that stuff at all. Yeah? Well, I mean, if God wants me to say anything that's of that sort of nature, then I will do so, of course. Of course I will. I've got nothing against, you know, I certainly have no problem talking about things that are in the Bible. Not at all. But I'm not going to go and do a whole month on Galatians or, you know, Ephesians or anything like that, simply because of the fact, if you have a Bible, you're perfectly capable of reading that yourself. So why do you need me doing that for you? And, you know, Yeshua sent the helper to help you in the Word. So do you need me to help you? No, because you've got the Spirit of God to help you. Can I do better than that? No. Obviously, no. So I find it all to be ridiculous. So, as I say, you know, do I believe that these people are going to be influenced? No. I mean, unless God wants them to be, the answer is no. No. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. All I can do is share what God has asked me to share, and that's it. And I have done today. I've shared what God has put on my mind, or what was on my mind, what I felt God might have put on my mind. I've shared that. Yeah. So, I say about whether people like you. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. You know, as long as the people that need to like you, that's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, as I say, yeah, so with regards to standing, just, back up on what I was saying earlier. What's the word? Whatever that is. Yeah, what the talking points were. So that one, yeah. Standing, yeah. Yeah. Will I stand again? Yes. Will I stand again on the same thing? Probably not. I don't think so. I really don't. I think there's that property there that's making all the noise. Yeah, very noisy. I don't imagine it's trees they're doing that to. I don't think they've got the new trees there, have they? I don't know what they're doing it to, really. We were past. Oh, it's on the roof. Oh, they're on the roof doing something as well. Oh, they're cleaning the roof. That's what they're doing. Okay. Noisy. It's one of those jet spray things. Very noisy, isn't it? Powerful sprayer, though. Yeah. I could do one of those. Oh yeah. So yeah. Certainly, as I say, certainly with standing, yes. If God said to me that what that 8 months was about was me standing, but also me seeing what sort of relationship I could have in the future, but it won't be with that person, it'll be with someone else. And will I stand on that? Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, I would. And it doesn't have to be true. I would still stand on it. Because I would know, okay, the last time I stood in something like this, it wasn't true. So there's a good possibility this won't be true. But will I stand on it? Yes. Of course, yeah. But certainly if God said, no, I would. I'd stand on it. You know. And, yeah. I mean, all the rest, yeah, as I say, I'm fine. I'm fine. I know that the individual herself, she has no reason not to be fine. She's still at the same church she's in. If she's still married to whoever she's with, great. I hope they have a fantastic week and an incredibly blessed marriage. Yeah, that's what I hope for. And therefore, she'll be fine. Yeah. So there you go. It is what it is. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, do I know what's going to happen in a month or 2 months' time? No, I have no idea. Yeah, I've got my car due for an MOT. Is that going to pass? I have no idea, because last time it was due for an MOT, I thought it was going to fail miserably, and it passed without any issues at all. So this time, it's not been an issue. There's been no issues with it. All the tyres have been recently replaced, so they should be fine. Yeah. But it will probably fail. And if it fails, then that's going to be a pain in the ass, because I don't have any money to buy another car. I probably won't have the money to fix it. So there you go. It's what it is. Yeah. Well, actually, that's the point. I was due to take the car to the person to sort out the window, driver's side window, around the 1st. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to wait until after the 4th, because obviously if it doesn't pass an MOT, then I'm not really going to be worried about the window, unless the window is the reason why it doesn't pass an MOT. Yeah. Then the window is more of an issue. But if there's other things, then I'm not going to be paying someone to fix the window when there's tons of other stuff going on with the car. So, yeah. I think it is very much a case of focus on the things that need to be done, especially when you have limited finances. And at the moment, finances are limited, so yeah, do that. Yeah. Oh, and the one I did the other day. Yeah, I haven't really thought much more about it because I talked about that God's now going to have to deal with certain things that I was hoping that wifey would deal with. I've not really spent time speaking to God about it. I spoke to Bianca about it. I talked to her about it. What about the fact of, am I supposed to wear suits and ties and all that sort of stuff and those sort of shoes? If I am, then God's going to have to deal with that. He's going to have to tell me that I'm supposed to do that, and he's going to have to give me the finances to buy that sort of clothing. I wasn't interested in wife buying me all the clothing, but her opinion, and certainly dressing in a way that pleased her would be more appropriate than dressing in a way that pleased me. So therefore, that's why that was a possible thing for the future. And when I've said to God, well, it's now up to you to do that. Because if that is an issue that needs to be addressed, then okay. But so as I say, that there are various things that have come from the 8 months that I'm going to have a lot of discussions with God about. But certainly before the 26th, when there was a possibility that it wouldn't happen, I thought I'd have to talk to God about the reason why it didn't happen, and be angry with Him. None of that has happened at all. None of that has happened at all. So that's really good. So, Father, bless her not to be mentioned and her husband. Bless their relationship. Bless her doggy as well. And your will be done, Father. Simple as that. Right. Amen to that. And you take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.